So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording this session and record and put on the YouTube. Okay. If you don't want me to record and put on the YouTube, then you can leave the meeting. Okay. If you're staying in this group, I'll assume that you are okay with it, right?
Right.
And try to do the less blunder. So your foolishness should not be recorded and put on the YouTube. So it's your call. Okay. I'll not waste my time in editing your cut out your some fucked up thing. Okay. So the exercise which we're going to do is called Ppdt. I'm going to show you one picture, a hazy picture for 30 seconds. You have to observe that picture very carefully. After that, I'll give you 1 minute to write the details. Details should write the number of characters you have seen, what is their age, mood, and gender. Whatever you perceive it. Mood could be negative, positive, and neutral. Negative you can mark it as a minus, positive with the plus, neutral with the O. After that, if you see a male, mark it as I am. If you see a female, mark it as F. You're not able to recognize gender, you can mark it as a P. You're not supposed to describe the picture, you have to write the story around the picture. Yes, fine, ladies and gentlemen, get ready with pen and paper. I'm going to show one picture. Okay, everyone, please put your pen down. Quick. Everyone, please put your pen down. Now keep your story behind your back. पीछे रख दो, quick. फटाफट बंद करो उसको. Everyone. जल्दी फटाफट. Don't waste time. Okay, back. Okay, fine. So now the next part is the narration part. Now one by one, each and every individual have to narrate their story. Okay, don't try to take more than 45-50 seconds. Okay, once the last person done with his or her story, you have to start a discussion. During the course of discussion, you have to come up with a common group story, and you have to select one leader who's going to give the group story. Okay, to assist us. All clear? Anybody have a doubt? Dipinder, where is your story? What are you reading? Tell me, what are you reading? क्या पढ़ रहे हो? हाँ? देखो क्या
Reading
पढ़ रहे
some news.
हो? रख दो फोन, साइड में रख दो यार. कम ऑन, क्विक. ठीक है. Don't use your phone while you are in the session, okay? Don't make me repeat myself again. Everyone. The first is Varun, second Gaurav, third Nikita, fourth Lakshya, five Jayesh, six Subhadeep, seven Deepinder, eight Dheeraj, nine Swarab, 10 Rabbani, 11 Ankit, 12 Rahul, 13 Anirudh, 14 Rahul, 15 Amol, 16 Suraj Khargade. All clear? Okay, we have Rahul Kumar and Rahul. Okay, Rahul Kumar is different, Rahul is different. Okay? Sequence है सबको? Anybody in doubt? अभी बताओ मेरे को.
Sir, which Rahul is on which position?
You're on 12th position.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, Jay, Varun, please start.
Good evening, gentlemen. I pursuing one character. His name Shiva, and his mood negative, and his age about 28 years old. Action of the story: wife death ceremony. Shiva is a clerk as the municipality corporation. His wife did not alive, and he go to the death statue and discuss about their problems. And he also realized that any person of the world is come to the back, and he prayed to the god, and he prayed to the God. His wife any place to go in heaven, and he also take care of children and grandparents also,
Next.
and he move on his life. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. The picture shown to us, I have perceived a character of age 24 years and in the neutral mood. The action of my story is visiting grandfather's grave. My story goes like Rahul was newly appointed as a software engineer in the Infosys company. So it was his first day in the company. So he wanted to visit the grandfather's grave and also took the blessing of his grandfather. So he went to the grandfather's grave, and there he sat to the grandfather and thank for the and good manners also. Take a shower and went to his office. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I have perceived a single character in this story. His name is Virinder, of age 24. His mood is positive, and the action of my story is clearing obstacle. So Virinder went for the SSB in Allahabad, and from CDS entry, he cleared the screening part and is very confident for the next of the days. So at the task or obstacle day, he listened to every single line told by the GTO very carefully, and now he is planning that how to cross the obstacle. So he put the plan, measured all the things, and very easily he was able to clear the obstacle. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. I perceived a one character from my story, and his age is about 24 years, and his mood is negative. The action of my story is caring and sharing. George is a person of the college boy. George is a man who is attending the college associated with a volunteer group. Recently, he heard a news about a train accident in which three train goes to be crashed. In there, George goes with his volunteer group and providing them help. Some of them are very injured, and some of the lot of people are going to be were died there. So he provided some help and also reached their graveyard to pay a tribute. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I perceived only one character in the story of 22 years of age, mood negative. Ishan is a 22-year boy, uh, recently completed his college, and after college, he decided to prepare for the banking exam and not to do the job. His father also supported his decision and told him to prepare for the exam. He collected the previous year papers and solved the previous year paper, and also decided to clear the exam in the very first attempt because his father's health is not very well, and he won't be able to support his family for the long term. So the exam was he gave the exam. The exam was very good, and before a day of result, unfortunately, he lost his father, and he does not want to join the bank, but his mother told him that it was the wish of his father that he joins the bank very
Next.
proudly. So he went there. Thank you.
Next.
Good evening, gentlemen. In the picture shown, I perceive that there is one character who is in neutral mood and whose age is around 17 years old. The action of my story is reached to the army martyr. Ram, a young boy studying in school Dehradun, who is very lean towards army lifestyle and wants to serve nation like his father. Ram's father, who was an army martyr, gave his life for nation during Kargil. Ram used to visit his father burial ground the day he got martyred. After visiting his father, he used to visit the unprivileged people and donate the essential goods in the honor of his father. Thank you.
Hello friends, I have perceived only one character, that is male, age around 23, and he is in neutral mood. Action of my story is paying homage to his martyr father. So Ram, 23 years old, was in his post-graduation, and also he is preparing for CSE. Every week on Sunday, he visit to his father graveyard, and also they spend some time there, and also it worked as a motivation for him, because as his father wants him to become a IAS officer. So it works as a fuel for his whole week, and he get motivated, and daily he solve PYQs, do mocks, took online guidance, and through his consistent efforts, he able to crack the CSE and becomes a IAS officer and fulfill his father's and his dreams. Thank you.
Good evening, friends. As per the picture shown to us, I perceived one male character, age of approx 24 years. He is in positive mood. Action of my story is making samadhi of his grandfather. Piyush was newly appointed in PNB as PO. His grandfather had died one year ago, so he made a plan to make the samadhi of his grandfather before his death anniversary. He arranged mystery and all the other needed items. He got made the samadhi of his grandfather and painted it. After that, he served flowers on the samadhi and spent some time and missed memorable moments which he spent his grandfather. After spending some time, he came back to home and continued his work. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. In this picture, I perceived a character of age around 25. Mood is neutral. And action of my story is visiting the grandfather graveyard. Rahul is a 25 years old boy working in a ISRO company, ISRO as a scientist. One day, last year, he lost his grandfather, and Rahul is very attached with his grandfather. He learned many things like moral values and ethical values, hard work and perseverance, etc. He also act as a catalyst in his life to achieve a good post in his life and also feel motivated. So Rahul visited his grandfather's graveyard and put some flowers and thanked for all his contribution in his life to his grandfather. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. In the picture shown to us, I perceive a male character of age approx 24 to 28-year-old. He is in negative mood. The main protagonist of my story is Mr. Christopher. The action of my story goes like that. Mr. Christopher is an employee in an MNC and he lives in London. Last month, he came to know that his grandmother died and he was unable to join her funeral because of some unavoidable work and stress of his work. So when he got some free time and he visited India and when he visited India, he went to the cemetery of her grandmother and with along of flowers to tears because he was unable to meet her in her last times, and he prayed to God that the God gave her soul a peace, and then he planted some trees to give her a tribute, and in her memory he planted a lot of trees to keep environment safe. Thank you.
Rahul, it's your turn. Rahul, it is your turn.
Good evening, gentlemen. I pursued one male character in neutral mood. Karan, who is a UPSC CAPF assistant wanted aspirant, was preparing for UPSC. As his dream is also joining CRPF because his brother is also serving in CRPF. So he got the same aim. One day, he got a news that his brother got murdered in a Naxalwadi attack. So he decided to join the CRPF as soon as possible. He cleared the very next attempt, and in the merit list he topped, and he opted CRPF as his first preference. Then he went to the graveyard of his brother and got emotional. Thank you.
As I perceive from the picture, there is one character, age 24 years old, mood positive. The action of my story is cleaning the friend's graveyard. Ram, 24 years old, studying MA from Government College, Gurdaspur. One day, when he visited his friend's graveyard and put some flower on it, he saw that there is some plastic bags, leftover flowers, and some other litter are surrounded the graveyard. So he decided to clean it. He took a plastic bag from a nearby shop and took and clean all the plastic bags and put it in a plastic bag and put it in a dustbin. After that, he went home.
Our own character is 24-year-old, mood positive. Action of my story is paying homage. Flip had a very strong bond with his grandfather, and it had been 1 year since he passed away. So he went to his big graveyard and paid homage with flowers and cleaned the graveyard around it. And he painted and colored the stone, information written on it. He went back to home, and since it was an anniversary, he opened an NGO. Since his grandfather was a social worker, he pulled out the money from his like-minded people and opened an educational NGO to teach the unprivileged children. And he named the NGO on his grandfather's name. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. From the picture, I perceive one character of age between 20 to 28 who is in a neutral mood. And action of my story is giving tribute to grandfather's cave. Rahul, who is residing in Danapur village, whose grandfather was passed away before 2 years. So on the occasion of second death anniversary, he comes to cemetery to give tribute to his grandfather. Rahul's grandfather was ex-serviceman and also known for good and benevolent in nature in the society. So to follow the morals and ethics of the grandfather on his second death anniversary, he feeds the beggars and also distribute chocolates in a orphanage home and also give food essentials to old age home. He tried to fill their needs by seeing satisfaction on their faces. Rahul gives real tribute to his grandfather. Thank you.
From given picture, I have perceived there are only one male character. Age is nearly about 25 years and mood is negative. The action of my story: visit the graveyards of the favorite teacher. Sachin was completed their graduation in computer science from Pune University, and he got selected in USA for MNC company. And his teacher, Mr. John, helping him a lot to give chance for the USA MNC company. He working in USA from last 2 years, and in COVID, he got news from his friends. Our teacher, Mr. John, passed away in COVID situation, so he can't come for the funeral of the Mr. John in COVID situation. So after the COVID, Sachin came to India, Indian airport. Then he coming to his village, and at the night he comes their home. And after coming home, he visit the graveyards of his teacher John. Then next day he is going to the family of the Johns. Then he talking about the he talking about their family, what to do. Then he gives responsibility. He took responsibilities of the John's son about the education, and then he come to his home. Thank you.
Gentlemen, we can consider as a all the candidates.
Okay, gentlemen, if you see
They
at
are
the age of
On the picture, we can see that a young man
See that our more or less
All
our stories are
of us have
in
perceived
nature,
that he is visiting the
surrounding.
graveyard. Let's consider that he is
We
visiting
can
the
visiting the
graveyard of
graveyard
our
of
father.
our
And
grandfather.
he is around 24 years,
We
26
can
years
make
of
our
age.
story in such a manner
and also known for
which we pay some tribute, homage
helping in nature
So
in
we
the
to our
consider that
grandfather father
father
So
died, he
Rahul
was of
tries
around 12
putting
years
some
of age.
flowers on the
His
graveyard,
father always want that his son wants to
Rahul
his
tries
son
to
becomes
and more or
follow
less
ethics and
everyone's
Gaurav's
story are
character
similar.
Why should we
his
so
son
on the
becomes
Sunday
a
Gentlemen, first of
IAS
all, we can
officer in
consider
future.
it was the
Rahul
grave of the grandfather. It was a cleaning
Gentlemen,
graveyard of the
the story
grandfather. We can
revolve around
consider
the
it as it was
graveyard.
the graveyard of the
So when
grandfather.
we make a story of
as
graveyard,
we just heard a story, recent story about this
grandfather
Declare that
grandfather
his
paying
Gentlemen,
homage
we
over
should
there.
add some
Then
points
on
which
his
we learn from
his grandfather
grandfather.
following with our family grandfather. So so gentlemen, also take a diagram and
common
connect the
example
dots.
like a
consider
training
that he is
incident.
visiting his father's graveyard.
Let's consider story of let's consider
At
the
42 years of age,
Martyr
his
father's
father
graveyard.
always wanted him to become an IAS officer in future.
Gentlemen, can we
His
consider
brother died.
Every week in on a Sunday,
Shortly
he
after
visits
completing his 12th
his
standard
father's graveyard,
graduation, he prepared his
and
entrance
he spends some time
exam.
there, and
So Rahul
it works as a motivation for him
follow
to
his
Yes,
father's
yes, we can
paths
consider,
and
we
he
can add
tries
this
Can we
point
reflect
also.
all
consider
these
that
things,
the
and
While his
because his father's
preparation,
aim is to
Gentlemen,
become an
first let's
IS
consider
officer,
the
his
theme of the story.
son
yes,
become
yes.
an
What
officer.
should
We
be
can
the theme?
consider him
Then
So
we
as
his
he was
father
can go
always
preparing
for the
for
wants him
action
swimming
to
part.
be an IAS
and he
officer in
visits
future.
his
In between the
grandfather's
preparation, he always
his
whenever
father's
he
graveyard
after
every
visiting
Sunday
the
or
place, he
every
always
Sunday
remember
on every
everything
Sunday
his
he
father
visits.
taught to
in the
him.
train incident
And he
also
recalls
try
we
to
everything.
just heard about
So
his
plot
father's
twist
when
thoughts
he
and
cleared
what
the
if
exam,
Gentlemen,
he
since
visited the place
everyone's
and
story is
he
revolving around
got
the
the
from that
graveyard,
task
on
which
their
was very
let's
graveyard.
favorable to
see
his
the theme
father,
of the
and
story
Why
he
as
we
a
decided
paying
his
homage
father
our
got
to
this
a
family?
task.
grandfather or
After
any friend.
cleaning the graveyard, he painted the graveyard.
As per the picture,
Yeah,
include
yeah,
that
Anirudh.
we can
payment.
consider that
Gentlemen,
it is a
Anirudh, we are considering
add
graveyard
here
that
he
the
one
has
graveyard is of
graveyard also
father,
Gentlemen,
his
since
son
we
part
have
and
of
Sunday he visits
aggressive
his
work in
father's
the name
graveyard
of
to the
also
action part.
grandfather's
plays
remembrance.
cricket match
We can
also.
feed some people whose
in
hunger
fulfilling father's
like that
wish.
and
With my stories,
help the poor where we can
cover up on stories.
like
I
teach
am
We
the
have to add
children
some
and etc.
actions
I
to
am
it, so we can make a story around
Cleaning
it,
company.
and he is
So
paying homage to his martyr
visit the grandfather's
because
grave.
his aim is to become an IS officer. He is to become an IS officer, so he
Since his
Gentlemen,
childhood,
we can
his
add
father always wants that his son becomes
taking
IAS officer
online
in the future.
which
codes.
contribute
He
the
42 years of
society
age, his
he
father
to
was
giving
martyred
mobs
in an
remembrance of the
accident.
Graveyard
on every
grandfather.
week.
paying homage
He
over
He
there
visits
himself,
his father's
when he was
graveyard
school,
area around
he
it.
took
to collect all the
he
memories in order
attempted
to
exam
get
on IAS
motivation,
exam,
because
To
and
our
in
identify
father
between
has
the
also he
grandfather
visited the
his
graveyard
benevolent
so that he can memorize everything and he can recall all the
so
things his
Rahul
father
tries
taught to
to
him.
live
So we can
Can we
consider that
consider
after
that
clearing his
So
exam, he
also it
to the
works as a
graveyard
booster
and
for
to
him.
pay
the
with
consider
his
flowers
that
father,
why
and
George,
homage
who
and
was
he
associated with
thanked
his
his father
particular
for
group,
for
also
So,
arranging this
gentlemen,
great
all of
area
event.
our
around it
stories are similar
and
in nature.
painted and
So, we
colored
can make
with
our group
color
story
and
in
name
such a
details
manner
of
in
the
which
stone.
we pay some
Rabbani, you
homage to
firstly
our
have
So we are
Right,
considering that the
Ravani.
graveyard is
Since
of
homage
father.
he was preparing for some
like
exam and every Sunday he goes to the
Was
graveyard
martyred.
to pay homage to his father.
helping the
already
needy ones.
after that so action of the story, can we consider the action of the story is caring and
Action of the
sharing?
story would be like fulfilling father's wish or
Caring and
fulfilling
sharing
father's
would be much
dream.
better thing for
Yeah,
action of
yeah, we
our
can go
story,
for
guys.
it.
Please go for it.
Yeah, because as he
That
was
after
staying
all the
at 12
information
years
of
of
all
age when his
graveyards,
father died, so he prepared
For
himself
Nikita,
that
it is a
after
good
completing
thing.
10 plus
He is
2.
Anirudh, we
fulfilling
can go
his
with the
father's
action
dream.
of the story is caring and sharing. If
Cleaning
Father's
the
Day.
father's grave is right thing
Gentlemen,
according to
can
me.
we add on
we
that
just
we have
go with the action of the story is caring and sharing, and we just consider it now there is a boy whose name was
men.
George.
He may
He listened
be male or
hard
female. That one may be the
there
I
male.
think we
late.
can add
So the
everyone's
man
point
who
at
is
in the theme under the fulfilling father's dream. We are
Gentlemen,
adding all the points.
since he is paying homage
yes.
to the
I will
person on his
Also, we can
graveyard,
add that
he must
his
not care around to
last planting.
so
Can we go
after
with
Yes,
the
Rahul,
he
I
will
agree
do
with you.
something to make
some
homage to his
homage
father
Memorable
after achieving
in
his
society.
achievements, and he
to
thanked his father for this great
We just
achievement in life.
consider it now. This is what the
Our
date.
father
You can
do
also add
anything
this
grandfather, and
memorable in
every
this
week on
add some
society.
Sunday
progressive
He
work.
opened
nearby
something
You
area of
like
the
can
graveyard.
do
NGO
like
or
educating the
schools or
children
his
and
name.
helping the
The graveyard is
marginalized people of the
Yes, yes.
society. So we can start
Because for the welfare
progressive
of the
work
See,
society,
in the
in
name of
between when he
the
One
visited
is
the
we have
graveyard, he
to
also
remembrance.
cleans the
have to
graveyard. We can also add this point in this
We can
also.
also
Yes.
add that every
so
Sunday
then
We can add
he
that
can
also
in
clean
keep
between
the
when
And
he
we
visits
will
the
add
graveyard,
one
when he
of the
comes to
our
the
other
graveyard,
aspect
he
grandmother
used to
as a
clean
good
the
person.
graveyard,
fulfilling
and even in
grandfather's
between,
desire.
he painted the
totally
graveyard.
agree.
Fulfilling the
Totally
grandfather
agree.
desire.
Use
Yeah,
for
from time to time he painted.
clean the graveyard so that it
that
follows
after
the
For
cleaning the
maintenance,
back
he painted and he do
put into
cleaning
the
there.
screen.
And
After that,
after
he
clearing his
offered
exam,
Okay, fine. Now tell me who is your completer. We're going to get the group story. Who's your group leader? Quick. Who's your group
I will
leader?
go with Rahul, sir.
Which Rahul? There are two Rahul.
Only Rahul.
Okay, only Rahul.
Rahul with yellow shirt.
Okay. All agree with Rahul? Okay, I'm giving you last 30 seconds. Discuss among yourself and select your leader. And let me know who will be that. Start.
Gentlemen, as the picture shown to us,
Guys,
we can see that the
one person to a leader who maintain the things we have firstly cleared the action of the story.
I think we should go with the team that
Yes, yes,
is
Dikshit.
completing his
I
father's
think that
mission.
Rahul is discuss our
We
group
relate our
story.
story on the
Putting his father's
which
wishes.
is
Organized by Rahul in memory of his
Hard for
which were
In the nearby
PNV as a
area
hero.
also. It's our story.
Anirudh, we can add this point that he
Gentlemen.
painted the graveyard and also cleaned the graveyard in between when he
Yes, sir.
turns.
Yes, sir, we keep.
In between when he comes to
Perfect, please. Fine. Fine.
maintenance was
have
also.
father
Needed people.
Fine.
And after that,
we have
Okay. Now tell me who's your group leader.
Anirudh sir.
All agree with Anirudh? Tell me the leader, quick.
Yes, sir.
go with Anirudh, sir.
All agree with Anirudh? Raise your hand. Those are not agree with Anirudh. Okay, all are agree, right? Anirudh, give the group story, quick.
Okay, gentlemen. As we perceive from the picture, there is one character, a 24 years old, mood positive. The action of my story is cleaning and maintain the graveyard of his grandfather. Ram, 24 years old, studying MA from Government College Gurdaspur. One day when he visited his grandfather's grave, he saw that there is so many garbage there. So he decided to clean all the garbage nearby the graveyard and also the nearby area. After cleaning it, he also painted the graveyard and maintained the graveyard cracks. After doing all this, Ram went home. Thank you.
Okay, all agree with the story. Anyone who's not agree with the story, raise your hand. It was his story or a group story?
his story, sir.
He have missed many points.
These stories are always keeping that
Individual
Gurdaspur.
story.
Depender, सीधा बैठ पहले. सीधा बैठ.